Hey, my name is PolishLynx and welcome in 5th episode of Narcissu 0. And of course, we are continuing here with the next chapter. This will be the chapter 4 of the game. And it's called Exchange Diary, so let's go with it. Let's see what's this about. Then, several days later. Someone has arranged to leave the house today, so my father and I are taking care of the arrangements. The old man gave a small note with this remark. He lived on the 3rd floor. His family had been called to pick him up, and he was saying his farewells. Isn't it nice? You'll be able to live with your son and family. I thought what I had said was normal, but for some reason, his comments seemed evasive. Is anything wrong? With those last words, the old man left the home. The son and his wife picked him up, and they seemed very close as they walked away. But could it be that they were actually on bad terms? Appearances can be deceiving. You don't know everything just from what you see on the outside. And families have their problems. For one reason or another, I decided to ask my dad. Hey Dad, that family just now, are they actually on bad terms? Then why did they have such gloomy faces? At my question, he slowly opened his mouth to speak. Not home? At those words I nodded. I certainly knew. Everyone had different reasons for moving in, but basically everyone was elderly. So when they left, it was either to go home or to the hospital. For people do die here, it's pretty rare. People constantly coming and going. As my father answered, he had a bit of a faraway look. He was usually very dry, so such an expression was unusual. So that meant this place was a relay point between home and hospital. It was more like a waiting room, and that meant we were bystanders. We weren't doctors or family, but we slept and ate together. A feeling of powerlessness washed over me, not just for once or twice, because I will never be able to compare to my father's level. And besides that, my heart was heavy. When a resident enters the home, they are trapped between themselves and their family. It was still early morning. The family member gave us a deep bow in front of the home. From this day on, we would be looking after the father at the home. Yeah, leave it to us. Yes, of course. Please don't worry. For some reason at my words, the family member became silent. I don't recall saying something incorrect. I was given a very stern scowl. What? With those last words, the daughter made her way to leave the home. On parting, I got one last call. We had taken in similar situations before, but this was the first time someone had emphasized in this much. But speaking on this family's situation, the concerned party's reaction was decided from the beginning. Several days later, I was doing my usual after-dinner rounds. Are you okay, Gramps? It was the man of the hour. I found him crouched in the hallway after dinner. I'll hurry and get someone, so please lie down. That was his answer, but it was obvious that his pallor was unnatural. I knew that with his condition, there was a chance he was having an attack. I went to go call 911 to get the ambulance out ASAP.
大丈夫。もう収まったから、救急車は呼ばないでくれ。
But...
いや、本当にもう大丈夫だから。
Okay, you are bullshitting here. He said that and thoughtfully stood up. After thinking a moment, I knew what I should do. I understand. I gave this reply reluctantly. According to our regulations, if the residents said they were okay, we avoided calling ambulances as much as we could. And then, contact the family.
うちに連絡するのか?
Yeah, they ask us to in a case like this. When the person himself does want an ambulance, there is no problem. However, contacting the family is a different matter. I checked the time, it was just 9. It shouldn't be a problem to call. I wasn't told that they were a non-communication family. On the contrary, they emphasized that they wanted to know about their father. For that reason, I can't turn a blind eye. I'm certain they said they'd hate me if I didn't contact them. So in my position...
うちにも連絡しないでくれ。
Huh? But...
心配させたくないんだよ、娘を。まだ嫁いだばかりのあの子に迷惑かけたくない。
I don't think she considers you that.
君にだってわかるだろう。もし娘に知らせたら君を恨むぞ。
Are you kidding? Another person? He said this with a scowl and once again crouched down the hallway. His face was obviously a bad color. What should I do? If the family isn't told, they will hate me. If they are told, he will hate me. I had no idea how to choose, so I ran off to find my dad. Dad! It's that one man!
おい、落ち着け。どうした?
Here is the deal. I told the whole story to my dad. I couldn't help but say that I didn't know what to do. Eventually my father heard it all. He silently began to telephone. Even after hearing the story, he had no hesitation. Are you calling the ambulance?
当然だ。もちろん家族にも連絡する。
Yep, because hearing that someone will hate you doesn't matter in a situation like that.
それともお前、何もしない方がいいと思っているのか?
No, I don't quite think that.
じゃあ黙ってろ。
That's all he said coldly. No longer listening, he began to talk to the other person on the line. Soon the ambulance arrived in the home's courtyard. And though the old man repeated over and over that he was perfectly alright, the EMT and my father paid no attention. As they laid him on the stretcher and took him away, our eyes met. Right then, though he'd said that he'd hate me, his look was one of loneliness. And for me, that was all the worse. Hey Dad, I wonder if that's the thing to do. In a sense, it was all the right answer. At least for us, there were no other alternatives. Neither the old man nor the family wanted to burden the other with worry. Thus, understanding both of their views made me even more torn between each of them. Between those two parties. I couldn't decide which way to go. It's just impossible. While I thought those things absently...
おい、ヒロシ。勘違いするなよ。冷たいようだが、ここは医療施設じゃない。
I know that. On the other hand, we weren't like regular apartments or condos either.
もし救急車も呼ばず、家族にも連絡せずにいて、万一のことが起こった時はどうする？仮に死ぬことが天寿だったとしても、 家族は納得できると思うか？
No, that'd be too harsh. That's right, the resident would be happy, but it would be horrible for the family. They could accept going to die in a hospital, to die in this place.
だから俺たちの仕事は家族の悔いを残さないようにしてやることだ。
Just the family. What about the residents?
両者の要望を叶えるのは無理だ。最初から矛盾している。
With those last words, my father left the room. I was left alone to ponder my thoughts. But more than thinking, I was gathering my scattered thoughts. Those living worry about the ones being left behind. Those left behind worry about the ones who are living. They are mutually exclusive. If that is man's true reality, then how soft and fragile. In this place, someone came every month, and as if they were changing places, someone leaves. Always coming and going. There was never an end. A place just like a waiting room. No matter how sympathetic we decided to be, we were no more than bystanders. It should be called a boundary. I felt so desolate when I thought about this critical point of being an observer. The next day, another cloudless sky stretched out. I couldn't get the events of last night out of my head. It was so depressing that even I noticed how down I was. Good morning. Kusaka came by, for me as usual. Walking together side by side like we always did, we set off for school. We walked the route with other students, and everyone was enjoying themselves. But today, I couldn't behave cheerfully as normal. No, it's nothing. Then looking a bit dispirited, she suddenly stopped in her tracks. What's this all of a sudden? And I had been wondering what she was going to say. Nonsense. It's nothing like that. Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with you, Kusaka. Yeah, so stop worrying. Eventually, school chimes echoed and this absent-minded day of classes was over. On the way home, just like always, we walked towards home. I guess. Kusaka was speaking more brightly than usually. Today, though I never mentioned lava or piranha, my companion was having lots of fun. She was probably thinking of me. She's usually so used to do this. It was annoying and deplorable and upsetting. But when I think of how much Kusaka worries about me, I feel ashamed. On my side, I can't even act happy. No, I'm not really in the mood today. Eh? And if she didn't hear me, Kusaka urged on. It was like being pushed. Can't be helped. I'd have to continue to hang on to my worries. There wasn't room in my heart. Because I might end up blurting out something horrible, I wanted to be left alone ASAP. The sunset died shore, the strong breeze, a distant pine grove swaying. I arrived at our usual beach with Kusaka pushing my back. She whispered this towards my continuing silence. Then taking a deep breath and letting out it.
液型 B。趣味はテレビを見ることと切手集め。
She suddenly began to speak like this. What's all this? However, she ignored my question and continued.
昨日の晩ご飯は冷ややっことほうれん草のおひたし、カレーの煮物が美味しかったので2杯もおかわりしました。その後お風呂に入ったら長湯しすぎてのぼせちゃって、思わず脱衣所の前で裸のまま座り込んでたらお母さんに見つかってやられてしまいました。
And there was stuff before she went to sleep, and she kept talking for she was embarrassed. She just kept telling me. After that general rundown, she let out another deep breath.
以上です。
The end? What did all that mean?
私はこれで全部。だから、蒔絵くんも話してほしい。
I was at a loss for words, in spite of myself. And just as I was wondering what it was she was thinking,
今日すっごく寂しかった。私には関係ないって言われたとき、なぜだかわからないけど、私一人が取り残されたみたいで。
under the early twilight sky, Kusaka murmured sadly. The dusky orange and the sky, and the ocean, and the silence between the waves, they all dyed the profile of Kusaka's face. For I didn't intend this at all. Kusaka in her own way had been worried. And her worry made part of me happy, and part of me ashamed. I'm sorry, Kusaka. So now in my own way I respond as cheerfully as I can. Sitting down on the shore, I told her all about last night and the home. Those who come to the home and the difference they have with their families. Their mutual concern that prevents them from ever meeting. How we at the home are stuck between these two situations. That the only choice is to respect the family's wishes.
なんか切ないね。お互いに相手のことを思ってなのに。
Exactly, neither is doing something wrong. However, just now, I was thinking how similar our own situations were. I didn't want to end up worrying her, and as a result, she ended up worrying. What I did or did not want didn't matter. Well, I guess I owe her a favor. From now on, I'll try to tell you. As much as I can, no more secrets.
本当に？
Yeah, maybe little ones. I nodded while answering. Why did I say that to her? Probably because just now, she looked so depressed and I felt so sorry. Simply put, I didn't want to be her debt. Perhaps ever since that time she's a little oblivious and shy, but curiously picks up my mood quickly. It might be that I'm falling for this girl.
ねえ、蒔絵くん。よかったら、
X?
交換日記しようか。
What the heck was she talking about now? Gee, I hate it. It's embarrassing.
そこをなんとかね、隣のクラスでも流行っているんだよ。
Don't care. There is there. Here is here.
もうお母さんみたいなこと言って。
My job at the home is busy enough without an exchange diary. With all that work, I just can't write an exchange diary. However, ignoring how I felt, she took out a notebook from her bag.
じゃあ、この英語のノートを日記用にするね。
Hey. When was this decided?
あ、絶対に嘘とか書いちゃダメだからね。
Kusaka said that while laughing happily. Just great. What have I been roped into?
お願い。
She begged, putting her hands together in supplication. Well, just like before, I found it impossible to refuse that happy face.
ダメ？
Alright, don't make that face. And this is how we began our exchange diary. It was awkward, embarrassing, and popular at the same time, so we started. I don't know. I didn't understand the reasons or feelings behind it. I guess I might have just simply felt sorry. But all I was really thinking about was how I wanted to see her delighted face. So now we've started an exchange diary. That's another way of saying it. We could say anything. We have no secrets between us. I guess that's another rule. And the next day, spreading out was another refreshing sky. It was still May. Spring was just starting. Another beautiful day. I gave a big stretch and leap from my futon. During this season, it wasn't too cold or hot, so it was easy changing clothes. So quickly changing clothes while glancing through a new semester schedule. I got my textbooks ready. What is that wonderful scent? I was certain that Hiromi was on cooking duty today. Wasn't it out of place for her to be working so hard in the morning?
ねえお兄ちゃん、もう起きてる？
Yeah.
じゃあ朝ごはんできてるから早く来てよ。
Hurry on down. For some reason, she giggled as her slippers shuffled out of the room. What was that face just now? Someone is there, right? Someone would be eating the breakfast with us, right? Speaking of which, I think I'm a little hungry. But it's 3 AM, so that wouldn't be a good idea to eat anything now. Okay, uncomprehending. I made my way to the kitchen.
あ、マキエくん、おはよう。
I knew it. What are you doing here? Kusaka was standing there in an apron, as if it were somehow natural to be cooking in the kitchen.
いや、朝迎えに来ただけだったんだけど。
Then how in the world did you end up cooking in my kitchen?
なんか妹さんに頼まれちゃって。
Dang that, Hiromi, it was a bother, so you found someone else. That's what that giggles was about.
それでマキエくんはどっちが好き？
Which what?
もう決まってるじゃないの。卵焼きのことだよ。
Decide?
ちなみに私、片面焼きもできるんだよ。えへん。
With those words, Kusaka puffed up with pride. Seriously, even I can do it. With that in mind, I was interested in asking for regular fried eggs, just this once. I thought I should change it up a little. I had seen Kusaka playing along with ease before, but I was surprised to see her having such fun here as well. I'll have them scrambled, please.
スクラン、何それ？
Oh, you don't know? Well, it's... While explaining, I put chopsticks into the frying pan and... Whisk, 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 whisk.
目玉焼きがぐしゃぐしゃに。もうひどいよ。スクランだかなんだか知らないけど、こんなことして。
No. Look! That's what it is!
嘘だよ。こんなことするわけないもん。
Kusaka is a bit sulky when she's upset. Well, for someone who doesn't know about it, they might think that way. While that was going on,
おはよう。いやー、お二人さん仲がいいですね。
the thoughtless Hiromi had come in. Hey Hiromi, what's the idea of making Kusaka cook?
だって暇そうだったし、話してみたら料理得意だって言うし。
The point being, you forced her to do your chores, didn't you?
そうだよ。
Zero hesitation. She had said it all.
もうこんな時間だ。それじゃ。
Hey, hurry me! Dang, she had run off. Though she was my sister, she was adept at navigating through situations, in contrast to the awkward Kusaka.
とりあえずできたけど、どうしようか。
Oh, thanks. By the way, have you eaten?
もちろん。
While she was replying, growling in her stomach. Come on, then why is your stomach growling?
実は早起きしてきたから朝ごはん抜きだったりして。
What? I would understand getting up late and then didn't get breakfast, but the other way around, that's... well, whatever. Listen, it's not good to skip eating.
はほ、めんぼくないです。
Well, let's get you something to eat as well. I said, but Kusaka made everything on her own.
いただきます。おいしいね。この膨らんでるとこ。
I understood nothing. You choose either to eat or to talk.
わーい。
Just like that. I had breakfast with Kusaka.
で、ほら、それよりも。
Again, I understood nothing. Hey. Ah, why did you do that? Finish eating, then talk.
ごめんなさい。
What kind of person? Was it meekness or innocence? In a word, you can call it childishness?
ほら、昨日のだけど。
While saying that, she took a notebook out of her bag. Is that the exchange diary?
まず最初は私から書いてみたの。
Whoa! Well, that's unexpected. I took the notebook and flipped through the pages. Doing this, I saw that the first page was tightly packed with small, round handwriting. I guess these exchange diaries are full of information. I truly didn't know if they were just a few lines or the size of newspaper. A bit overwhelmed with all the writing, I started to read the contents. May 15. Today my dad brought me back a pineapple as a souvenir. I wonder how it is. We held a family council but no one really knew. Eventually we just went with cutting and it was very acidic. It stung my mouth. We asked our neighbor Tanaka-san. We sprinkled it with sugar and it was delicious. I know. Next time I will show Make-kun too. But I think I like banana more. Hey, what's this? Isn't this less a diary and more of a my summer vacation essay? On the lower half of the page was a strange drawing.
目の前で読まないでよ。
Oh, is that right?
当たり前だよ。もう恥ずかしいな。
I thought this whole business was embarrassing.
とにかくマキエくんもちゃんと書いてくれないとダメだからね。
I get it. We exchanged the diary just like that while we ate breakfast together. And unthinkingly, I read it and she got upset. It seemed that from now on, this would be repeat a countless number of times. It became routine, but that was the first time. Okay. Next chapter is called Donuts. But that will happen, well, in the next episode obviously, so tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed this one. And while listening a little bit to this really relaxing music, I'm going to say goodbye here. Hope you enjoyed it, and really hope to see you tomorrow, so bye bye. If you want to get informed every time I upload new videos, click that annotation floating above the text, subscribe to never miss a video. To watch one of yesterday's videos, click that annotation around video on the left. Annotation around the cover of the game, which is located on the right, will get you to the playlist of the series that is currently being uploaded to the channel. When it comes to following me in other communities, all the links to these are in the description.